Thanks again for hanging with the Herrigs. Welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we head to New York City. On this particular travel day, we traveled from New Hampshire, through Massachusetts, into Rhode Island, into Connecticut, into New York, and then into New Jersey, where we ended up staying. For us with the camper, it ended up being about a 5.5 to 6 hour drive. We arrived just after sunset. You could still see a little bit of the sunset, and as we got closer, the buildings got larger, and we were so excited. New York City was a place we were all really excited to see in person. We stayed at the Liberty Harbor RV Park in Jersey City, right on the Hudson River overlooking the city. Great location, but a tight squeeze for campers. First time trying New York City pizza. Delicious.
Cooked perfectly.
We're in New York. You're really gonna hang with the Herrigs today in New York City. We were only here for 3 days, so we packed it all in. The train was 2 blocks from the RV park, so we started there. I wanted to try every type of transportation in the city, so we started with the train and a ferry. In a few short minutes, we were downtown near Broadway. We ended up buying the New York City Sightseeing Pass, which in my opinion is the best way to do a quick trip like this to the Big Apple. We started the day with a trip to the Empire State Building. Wow, that's so neat. On our way up to the 80th floor, we experienced the building's history and architecture. How it goes from the phone. Look at all the buildings.
If we go 6 more floors up.
It's pretty remarkable being at the top of all those buildings in the largest and most influential American metropolis. When we finished our tour of the Empire State Building, we walked over to Greeley Square Park on Broadway for lunch by some local food trucks. After lunch, it was time to check out Times Square. This was so cool to see after watching TRL as a teenager, watching the ball drop every New Year's Eve on a TV somewhere. It's pretty cool to see it your whole life on TV and then be there. Rain was coming through, and one of the places included in our city pass was Madame Tussauds. We've been to a few of these now, but this one was definitely the best. From one of the floors, we had a great view of the ball getting ready to drop in 3 short months. The weather cleared up by the time we got out of there, so we were back to walking around the big city. We saw a little bit of Central Park and Grand Central Station. Before sunset, we wanted to get to Lower Manhattan to see the 9/11 memorial, so this time we hopped in a taxi cab. Those cab drivers don't mess around either. He was fast. We arrived to the memorial with plenty of time to pay our respects and to take it all in. At sunset, we took the train to Jersey City to rest for a bit. But that didn't last long.
West 34th Street.
We took every mode of transportation today in New York, so that wasn't enough for us. So we decided to drive down to New York City.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto 5th Avenue.
We are on 5th Avenue in New York City in the truck.
Do you know what New York City is like? Organized chaos. They don't have lane markers. They don't have... People don't care.
We mostly made the drive so that we could see Yankee Stadium and MetLife. It was dark and pouring rain though. On our way home, we stopped at Crepe Guru in Jersey City, a really fun place with delicious crepes. The next morning, we got up early and jumped on a ferry to see the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Then we took a ferry to the city, which took us right to One World Trade.
To reach the main deck, you can walk forward along either side of the vessel to reach the exit.
My favorite thing about the City Pass was the big bus tour. It's a hop-on, hop-off bus tour all over the city.
Pier 54, where the Titanic survivors came in.
I saw a Blue Ranger on it too.
It stops every 10 to 15 minutes, and you can hear an audio tour about the city and its landmarks using earbuds, which they do provide. I would recommend doing this over anything else if you come to New York City. It's worth it, and the people who work for it are great. I had so many people recommend Ellen's Stardust Diner on Broadway, so we stopped there for a light brunch, and it wasn't really our thing. If you're into people singing super loud while you eat overpriced average food, go for it. One of my favorite things about this city is the architecture. Every building has this charm and nostalgia I've never experienced before. To me, there's nothing quite like New York City buildings. The big bus took us through Central Park too, which gave us another opportunity to see more than we had the day before. After that, we rode the bus back to Lower Manhattan and took the subway back to Jersey City. We ended our last day with some yummy dinner and a gorgeous view of the skyline. And of course, we took one more quick drive to Newark Airport for our little airplane buff.
There's a billion people here.
Look at all the cars. This airport is crazy.
Probably 1,000 people love this airport.
The next day, we got up early, packed up, and left the Big Apple. Now we head to Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, Maryland. If you like this video, hit the subscribe and like button. You can also follow us on Instagram. Thanks again for hanging with the Herrigs.
Emptied out my soul. You've heard it all before. Honest, but I know. Left these years ago. I was young and almost still could fill the void. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done. What do we do to love? What do we do to love?